Hello everybody, welcome to the Joy of Emotes. Today we are going to be designing some emotes on chat, and I hope you like them. Let me show you the things we're going to be using today. The first thing will be our main software. Now, this is a beautiful software that we're going to be using to make our emotes today. It's called Krita. We're also going to be using some Corel Draw in order to make some cuts to our emotes. I hope you like it. Hello everybody, how are you? How are you? How are you? Welcome to the Joy of Emotes. How's it going today? The stream is must see. Welcome everybody. I'm glad to see. I'm glad to see you. Thank you. Thank you for the 20 bits. Thank you so much for the happy little bits. Asin. Yeah, as you can see, let me get this guy up here. No, like it will be in the way of our alerts. Yeah, as you can see, we have our full setup. So yeah, it's gonna be just like this. So we're gonna be tapping and coloring our beautiful little emote. Hey buddy, how are you? How are you? How are you? How are you? It's too advanced. So yeah, no, welcome everybody, welcome, and thank you so much. Thanks to you, we hit the goal of that we had before for the art stream. And what's up, Gobu? I didn't say hi because I was doing the stupid introduction that I made. So I didn't say hello. Thank you so much for being here, brother. So yeah, it's we hit the goal, and yeah, it's gonna be fun. I hope. Um, as you notice, I prepared some stupid things. I prepared new starting screen, and also the Dangil Ross picture. I thank you, Gobu. If someone clipped that, but I don't think anyone did, which is funny. But that would have been fun. On the okay. Thank you, Tilda. Thank you so much. It reflects my passion. Thank you. I just wanted to give you like people paid for this, right? Like they helped me with their goal, and I said like it would be extremely lazy of me to just show up as usual. I just wanted to do something like a little ridiculous, but that I think it's fun. And I think my Bob Ross um how do you call that? My Bob Ross imitation. I don't know. It's not that bad. So I prepared that. Prepared the starting screen. The screen. I prepared a little picture, and also all the alerts now for today are completely based on the joy of painting of Bob Ross. So all the alerts, every single one, for followers, for subscriptions, for bits, like all of them are different. They're different, but they're all Bob Ross themed. So yeah, I thought, why not? There is something that is bizarre. That is, yeah, I love it. There is something that I don't know if you have, like, I don't know how familiar you are with Bob Ross. Now, Bob Ross was an American painter. He was also like a TV star, let's say, for PBS, which is like a public network. But he was there for many, many seasons. I think The Joy of Painting was a TV show he had that ran for 29 seasons. Thank you for the happy little bits, Tilda. Thank you for the 20 happy little bits. You need to try it. Thank you, Tilda, and God bless my friend. So he run his show for like 29 seasons. He died in the late 90s. Um, he was this guy with a very soothing voice, and he was always smiling. He was very calm, and he was teaching people how to paint with his technique, a technique that he learned in the late 70s, I believe. He used to be in the military, And when he left military, he had no money at all, not a single penny, and he was very poor. And he was like, I need to make a living somehow. And the issue with that is that he said, I will never want to be back to the army because I don't want to yell to another human being ever again. Right, exactly, Duke. Thank you so much for the fun fact. And he said, I don't want to yell ever again to anybody. So he became this kind of super calm persona that was like his character for TV. And he learned how to paint this thing. And he has this afro, right? Well, you can see the version that I did. He actually had like very straight hair. The issue was that when he was like going through these difficulties, he had to get the perm in his hair because it was cheaper not to get haircuts. So he was saving money on that. But then when he started the show and everything, like he was known for that too. Like was the Afro guy, right? And then he had to keep doing the perm for forever. He hated it though, but and he painted. So there is one very cool video on YouTube. I guess we can go and check it out if you're okay with that. Oh, they're expensive nowadays. Funny, right? Um, there is a video on YouTube that I would like to watch with you. If you don't know the guy, it's a remix of. Actually, it's a remix of that they make PBS made or something like that. Let me see if I can find it. Maybe we can watch this so you get an idea. It's actually a pretty cool video. Let's watch it. Let's hear it.
Hello, I'm Bob Ross, and I'd like to welcome you. First of all, let me take just a moment to thank you for allowing me back into your homes. If this is your first time with us, let me extend a personal invitation for you to drag out your oil paints and paint along with us each week. Let's go over to the canvas here and let's get started. I believe, every day's a good day when you paint. I believe, it'll bring a lot of good thoughts to your heart. I believe, every day's a good day when you paint. I believe, it'll bring a lot of good thoughts to your heart. Let's build a happy little cloud. Let's build some happy little trees. There are no limits here. You start out by believing here. You can almost paint with anything. All you have to do is practice. There are no limits here. You start out by believing here. This is your world. You're the creator. Find freedom on this canvas. Believe that you can do it. Cause you can do it. Give it a little touch. Give it a little push. Make love to the canvas. Give it a little touch. Give it a little push. Caress it. Very gentle. Grab it, lift it, fluff it. You can go on and on and on. Back and forth, layer after layer after layer. Let's build a happy little cloud. Let's build some happy little trees. There are no limits here. You start out by believing here. This is your world. You're the creator. Find freedom on this canvas. Believe that you can do it, cause you can do it. Relax, let it flow. Think like water. Relax, let it flow. You can go on and on and on. We don't make mistakes. We just have happy accidents. You can do anything that you want to do. Total power. Sing along, have a good time. This is your world. You're the creator. Find freedom on this canvas. Believe that you can do it. Cause you can do it. Cause you can do it. I believe. Every day's a good day when you paint. I believe. It'll bring a lot of good thoughts to your heart. I believe. Every day's a good day when you paint. I believe. It'll bring a lot of good thoughts to your heart.
Yes, because he slaps the canvas and also he beats the devil out of it. It's pretty cool. Um, did you like it? Did you enjoy it? I think it's pretty cool. Beautiful guy. He was a beautiful soul. At least for what we know, right? That's pretty nice. So okay. Let me see. So what we're gonna use, what I use. Oh, sorry, I hit you, Chad. What I use to do emotes, and this is something that I am actually very new at. I drew my whole life. I was always like practicing. For many years I stopped because I felt I wasn't good enough and that I wasn't getting anywhere. So for the most part, all I do is on paper, right? Well, you might not be able to see it, but there's tons and tons and tons of emotes and ideas and what I sketch for other people as well. Like it's usually like in just in paper, right? Um, we did a remix too. That's pretty cool. So I was doing that, and when the channel started back in March, I said, well, I would like to have my own emotes. I don't want to, like when I reached AFI in April, I was like, okay, I guess I should make my own emotes. And that's how the whole thing started. So I was too afraid to paint because I am colorblind, as you know, right? So the first emote that we ever had was Dangil Sip. Dangil Sip. This is the original sketch for Dangil Sip. I don't know if you can see it. You probably can right now. Yeah, this is the original sketch for Dangil Sip. And when I finished, I was too afraid to try it and paint it or do anything. So actually the person who completed Dangil Sip and Dangil Cut is Tilda. Tilda helped me with that. She was like, well, I mean, I can give it a try. She draws and paints very pretty. So I knew that she could do it. And she made those. Let's say she digitalized those. I sent her a scan of the thing, and she made it. Then for the third one, I think Tilda was busy with something, and I was like, I'm gonna try then myself. And this is what we're gonna be using today. This is what I have. Is my tablet. Is a Wacom Intuos Pro, medium size. Um, this is what we're gonna be using today. Let me plug it. Here you go. And well, it comes with a very nice pen and different tips that you can change and whatnot. It's pretty cool. It's not very expensive. It's a very very good tablet. That's what we're going to be using today. So I tried my best, and then I started doing and doing and doing, and I was like, I was never stopping, and I made a lot. Some people like them. And they started to get like requests and things like that, and I wanted to give back to some people who supported me before. So I made an emote for Banana. I made I think it was what I thought it was going to be an emote for Minister Gold. He used it as his profile picture. I thought it was going to be an emote. And then, the thing pretty much snowballed from there, which brings us to today. And hello, Sneaky. How are you? Which, thank you for stopping by. You missed all the silliness, but you're here for the serious part, which is good. Um, yeah, which brings us to today, and you guys paying for the, like the goal of the art stream. I am super fine. I'm very happy. I was very nervous before the stream because I changed like everything. I had a new starting screen. I some music that I had to play, and the stupid impersonation of Bob Ross that I was doing. I was very nervous, but now I'm fine. I'm okay now. So yeah, so I was like, okay, the art stream is gonna be mostly us trying to figure something out. I'm gonna try to explain some of the tools, and we're just gonna relax and have a good time, right? Oh, if you can't check the beginning of the stream, Vati is very silly. But I can show you. I can show you the starting screen. Is this one? Let me give you also this.
You can almost paint
Oh
with
shit!
anything. All you have to do is practice.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Tilda, for the 50 little bits. Thank you so much, Tilla. So this is the starting screen. A very silly thing. Hey Yoru, how are you? Our stream, yay! Yeah, we have all those emotes. So that's what I was trying to explain before. I might have gone out of control with the emote thing at some point. So if you have BTTV, you can use.
You can almost paint with anything. All you have to do is practice.
Thank you, man.
Артслемва Атикопи Дангиль.
Oh, thank you so much for the 50 bits. for the happy little geos. Those are happy little geos, yes, Duke. So I was saying that it went a little bit out of control. If you have BTTV, Squid, you can use most of them for free in this channel because they're just there. I just made them and I put them there for people to use. Because we have no more slots. I mean, we unlocked everything that we could unlock as affiliated, which is the 5 main emotes. So yeah. So yeah, I was a little nervous about the whole thing and whatever, but now that we're here, we're gonna try to do something together. So I use 2 main, let's say, pieces of software. The first one is the main one in which I do the emotes with, which is Krita. So Krita is, I like it because it's an open source software, which means it's free, and it gets very, very good updates. And you can also get some brushes either for free or some are paid, but those are made independently by artists sometimes. I use Krita, and I use CorelDRAW, but CorelDRAW is mainly for because I prefer to make the cuts of the emote size in CorelDRAW. It's just faster and easier for me to handle it, so I just like it, but you don't need it, really. I don't work in any art capacity in CorelDRAW, for emotes at least. For other stuff of the stream I do, but not for emotes. So my main base, if you ever want to start, like, you can find a tablet for like 40 or 50 bucks and start trying yourself. It's not a really a difficult thing, and you can try this software for free as well, so it's pretty cool. My main base for emotes is I use a canvas of 500 by 500 pixels. The resolution PPI is not important because you're not going to print this. I just like working in 300 because maybe one day I want to, print this in a t-shirt, or maybe I want to do like I don't know, a mug or something. So the PPI are important for when you are going to print, because those are the points per inch. So it's about the density of the printing process per inch. So 300 is a very good standard. It's very high. But my canvas, hey Banana, my canvas. Oh no, it's not Banana, that's Nikki. I thought it was Banana saying hello. Since he changed his color, I'm confused. I use 500 by 500, but you gotta remember that emotes. Hey Mike. Hey Banana. So emotes are very, very small. Twitch basically needs 3 sizes for the emotes, and the 3 of them are very small. One is 28 by 28 pixels, which is the smallest version of the emote that you can find. You're impersonating Banana now. I'm gonna tell him. The second size is 56 by 56, and the last one is 112 by 112. Now, working directly in 28 by 28 is a ridiculous task. You don't want to do that, because that effectively means that you have 28 pixels on one side, 28 pixels on another. So 28 squares, 28 squares. That is too little to create anything coherent from there. But the idea is to create something bigger and then make it smaller, right? Resize it without losing quality as much as possible. The second problem that you have when making emotes is thinking about the future, thinking ahead. So you don't want to make something overcomplicated or something too small already, because it's not going to be seen when your emote is ready. I want to show you a good example. Let me see. So we can go, for instance, with it could be Minister. Let's check the Minister Gold Mad emote. So this is the emote at the end, right? I already knew that some of the details will not be seen. It is my own problem because I I just don't like leaving things weird. I like to finish them even if I know that they're not going to be seen. So there's a lot of details that might be lost. Like there is some detail in the cane, there is some shade in the little gem that will be lost, basically. But I don't like to leave it just like that. So I try to do my best for, to make a good job out of it. If you take a look at our whole interface, you're going to see that in the middle we have our canvas, which is where we're going to be working on. To the left, we have all of our tools. And to the right, we have 4 docs that I really, really like to work with. The first one on top is the colors, is the color palette. That is something that helps me immensely, particularly because of my color blindness. So if I need a color, for example, let's say that we're going to make another gold emote and I need to paint it. What I try to do is to copy the color directly from an old emote that I already made, and then I go to the new one, and then I have the color there, right? So I just try to do that to keep consistency between the emotes and also like the things I'm painting. Yes, as in many layers, because, and I'm going to show you right now as well. Let me go to Dangil, one of the first ones. Let me see one of the first ones. Could be Dangil Comfy, maybe. At the beginning of my emotes, I was not using layers because I really didn't, it was overwhelming for me. So I was using only 2 layers. One was for the lines and one was for the painting. But then the more you start working on it, the more you realize that you need those layers if you ever want to make changes to it. Now, making changes to cloth right now will be very difficult. Very, very difficult. Because she is basically one unit. However, making changes, for example, to Minister, it's a little bit easier because I have the head, which is separated from, the hat, for example. The hat is completely separated. I can remove the hat. So if I ever want to make something smaller or move something around, I can do it independently without affecting the whole thing. Right? Yeah, it's terrible. Oh, you also do digital art, Sneaky? I am, like I said at the beginning, I am just learning. I have just started. I just wanted to share this with the community because they also wanted it. He is bald. No. Oh no, the mystery is gone. Look at this. Okay, now let's put the hat back. You draw many things in Photoshop. Layers is a great practice. Yeah, it's a great practice for sure. So yeah, as you can see, it can be a complicated process, but it's basically as complicated as you make it. It's it is his emote, anyways. How will you draw when you're born on your phone? IB's X. Okay, interesting. That's pretty cool. You gotta show us sometime what you do. And so yeah, it can be as complicated as you make it. Let's say there's also other things that you can do with this software that is a little bit more complex, but it's also pretty cool. We can check it right now, I believe. Which is this emote is already on our BTTV. This one is animated. You made your profile picture on there? I have to go check it. I know like super basics with digital art. I have an art pad for the computer, but it's one where I have to watch the computer screen while drawing instead of the pad itself. It's very hard for you to work with. Oh, that's what I do. Also, like my tablet, the one I have right here, is very basic as well. It's just like a paper, but I have to watch the screen. Like I'm not drawing on the tablet. At the beginning, it was very difficult. I got used to it. So yeah, you can also animate. Animating is a different thing, right? Like it's a completely different monster because you have to use like you have frames and each frame is like a different thing and stuff like that. So that's a different monster that we're not going to tackle on today. But you can also do it if you're into that kind of thing. Close this up. And let me close Minister as well. Animation is your cup of tea. Animation is so good. It's just very overwhelming. It can be very overwhelming. You give up too soon? Yeah, it happened to me too, Vati. I have had the tablet for years. And I tried once or twice and I was like, no, this is, I feel, I don't know how to do this. I'm going back to paper. And I went back to paper, right? That was it. I'm gonna try to show you some of the tools then. You should never surrender. He says hi. Anyone? No. Alright. Alright, let's put some music on and we can start. Oh, beautiful. Is the music okay? Well, mine was a Churchill reference, basically, but which is Iron Maiden, so I'm happy with it. Art scares me. I used to do cartoon drawings as a kid. It was pretty good, but haven't done it since you were 14. It is scary, but I think it's one of those things. I think it's a little bit like exercising. Like, people are expecting results too quickly. And if you practice enough, you're gonna get very good at what you're doing. It's just that. Also remember, sucking at something is the first step to being sort of good at something. That is absolutely correct. That is true. Thank you, Mike. Thank you very much. You start with like big chunky frames, like smooth. That is so good. Animation is very complex and it's really, really, really nice. You didn't come up with it? No, I know. Hey, Pop Time is here. I love Pop Time. Love them so much. So, so yeah, like I said, let's get started then with the whole thing, and we can talk some ideas. So, one of the main things that you might find overwhelming when drawing with this kind of thing is the shortcuts and how easy and fast you can do things. So once after you select the canvas at the beginning, then you're gonna be immediately here. This is the screen you're gonna see. You learn how important having more frames is in an animation. Oh yeah, definitely how fluid it looks then. So this is what you're gonna see. And you're gonna have two layers by default. One is your background, which is white. And then it's your first layer. This is 500 by 500 pixels. So what are layers? If you're not aware, layers are basically, think about pieces of paper on top of your piece of paper, but these are transparent. And you are drawing on those layers. Which effectively means that if you draw something on a layer, like let's say this, and you draw, and so it means that you are not drawing on your background, you're drawing on your layer. So if you remove your layer, your background is just there. So you are not wasting anything, you're not like ruining anything either, right? Hey, Spud. I mean, gotta draw a penis. That is not what people do all the time, just drawing a penis. Those keys are just right to each other, yeah. So yeah, this is what you're gonna see. The first thing I like to do is to change my background, the color of my background, for a color that I know that I'm not gonna be using. So normally it's either like a green or something like that, and that helps because then you know that you're gonna see the mistakes through very, very well, or if you're not painting well enough or whatever. So I think green is a very, very good background to have. The second thing is that right here to your right, you are going to have a whole menu with all the different brushes and pencils and things that you're gonna use. I already have mine, like the ones I like, sorted, so I know where they are exactly, but you can like try with them, and there are so many different things that you're gonna get. So for instance, let me go back to something like this. So for instance, let's take this pen. Now this pen, and we change obviously the color of our brush as well. For this, you're gonna see these lines. And they are as light as I am touching the tablet. So the more pressure, the more you're gonna see the line. Which is a big deal, right? So this pencil is very good for sketching. Let's say, I don't know, like whatever, let's say that you want to sketch something here, right? And then you have like right? And it's a stupid thing. This is not paint. But then you have that type of brushes. Some are pencils, some are pens, some are ink, some are just regular old brushes. And you can see that they go, this one, for example, has opacity on, which means that stronger I push my pen on the tablet, the stronger the color is going to be as well, but also that when you go through them, you're going to see them because they are semi-transparent. We don't use that much those. This is semi-serious. The ones that I use normally for the emotes are the basic 5 size, which is a regular pen. Sorry, a regular brush, but with a lot of pressure, and it also has the ends. Depending on if I do a quick line like this, I'm gonna have very smooth edges on both sizes, right? And I like that. For some lines, I like that some lines end like this. So some of the emotes are like that. They have those kind of lines. Do I recommend the mouse, the tablet? I do. It's a game changer. It's an absolute game changer. So I like this one for those lines, and a regular one for the lines of the emotes. This one is just absolutely regular. You can see the ending. Both of the endings are just normal. They're rounded. And I like that when I'm doing my outlines. So if I finish my emote, then at the end I need to put a certain outline so the emote is more visible on Twitch. Hey Jackie! And this is important. So normally for an emote on Twitch to be visible, I work, like I said, on this canvas of 500 by 500. But also, the line, the pixels of your line are important. So normally, on pixels on the internal lines of the drawing that I am not expecting to see too much, but I need to do, I will use between 4 and 5 pixels brush. So this kind of line, right? So think, for example, on the emote that Yoru just shared, like the little cat with the flower. The mouth, the lines of the mouth are probably like this, and it's just 4 or 5 pixel. You really don't see the line that clearly from the distance when the emote is small, but it is there. It's very well there. And then, if you are making the outside of the emote, you need thicker lines so the emote is more visible. Normally those lines are 8. But this would be the outline for the emote. This kind of line. Alright? So I use those two basically, and if I'm sketching something, then I'm using just a regular pencil to do some sketching. Have you guys tried it? Have you ever... Jaggy, I don't know about you, have you ever tried doing something like digitally? Hey Jazzy! How's it going, man? I'm so sad that Jazzy now and Jaggy too, they missed the beginning of the stream. The beginning of the stream is so stupid, but I'm so proud of it. I work for it. I work hard on it. You did and you were bad at it? I don't believe it. Let me bring him back. Or at least they can see it. You watched the VOD? Today is the day you draw awesome, man. Love it. I love it. Yeah, Jazzy, I did the joy of emotes with Dangil. And all the alerts now are different. All of the joy of emotes and all that crap. So, okay, time to start. Chat. I have an idea of something I want to do, but I don't know how you feel about it. Let's do something together. Let's try to do an emote for the channel. Thank you for the 5 happy little bits, Patty. Thank you. Let's start. So, something I wanted to do for the channel, and it's been like this for a while. It's one emote that we don't have. We have 1,000 emotes, but there's one that I really, really want to do. And that one is a flower emote. So let's start sketching something. The cool thing about this is that you can rotate your canvas, so you don't have to rotate your hand or move around your tablet. You can just rotate your canvas very easily, so it's more convenient for you. I am right-handed, so this angle is usually more convenient for this kind of line, right? Art skills extend to sorta, kinda, put in a transparent background and stolen Google images. which is already a lot, right? So yeah, I want to make a flower emote for our channel. So let's try to do the beginning. So normally what I do in my 500 canvas is I try to do as much as possible from the whole image, and then we will cut it in Corel, so it's not really that bad. So if I think of the knight has a huge head, right? The knight is basically just a head, gigantic head. So if he has this gigantic head and he's going to show a flower, we need to divide our canvas between what we want to see, which is the flower. His head is important, but not the most important thing, right? The flower is the most important thing. So as you can see, most of those emotes and characters, they're showing up the flower. So the flower is something that you want to have more or less like here, right? This should be more or less where the flower goes. If you think about it. And then the head of the character could take, you know, pretty much this area. But this area is good for the head of the character. Now, the issue with the knight is also that he has no hands. So you have to think about that kind of stuff as well. Now let's try and set the head of the knight here. He's looking a little bit up. So let's try to do that. Remember, we're just sketching, so it doesn't really matter. We're just not paying too much attention to perfection just yet. That doesn't really matter too much right now. There's gotta be some perspective to it because the knight is looking to the side. So that's why we use kind of this perspective of the knight. There's gotta be some sort of a cubic idea of his head. And that is more or less the perspective that we use when we're trying to get him, you know, him to show there on that angle. The murdering Undertale. The flower is going to be the delicate flower. Yes, that's a good idea, Jaggy. We don't know how the delicate flower is. I don't know how it looks exactly, but we can go and check that out. So if we have like in the sketch, so his eyes are quite big, right? But we kind of have like the camera on top of him, like above him and not below. So there's got to be some sort of like, you know, perspective to it, let's say. If this is his head, he's kind of like a cube little thing. That works already, right? You missed the minutes. We're drawing an emote for the channel. Then the preference for his horns are something that goes from artist to artist. Even Team Cherry doesn't really agree on how to do the horns. Fortunately, here in the channel, we already kind of have our own version of his horns. So we don't care too much how they actually are, but we do our own version of it, right? Which is like a little heart or like a little bone end for the knight on both sides, right? So he's already kind of looking good, kinda. And then, like, obviously we're gonna go with his body. He's a very, very thin fella. So we don't need too much, and there is not too much detail, right? 6 fellas on hold till they hire me. I wish, man. I am not an artist by any means. I just do my own emotes. That's pretty much it. So it's pretty easy. Normally he has like 3 sections, like 3 leaves. I like to think of his clothes like 3 different small leaves, like long leaves. Then there is something we also do for our emotes always, which is this one here. And then we just put one there. Normally we don't see that much because we don't need to see that much on the emote. You could add some detail if you wanted to and make it like, you know, make it look like the leaves are like more detailed. We don't need that because we're gonna paint with flat colors. And we paint with flat colors because it's easier for the emote to see it at some point, right? So now, this is the tricky part, because obviously we're not gonna be using like this thing of a flower there, but it was just more for, you know, thank you, buddy, for reference. Let me hydrate. Yeah, Asen confused Hornet with Zelda. He was like, why do you kill Zelda? And I'm like, I didn't. Hey, Minister. So then we want him to hold the flower, right? So this will be his little hand. We want to hold the flower. But then if we wanted to hold it like, and it's even like more, I don't know, like cuter, let's say. Maybe he's holding it with both hands. Right? Maybe he's holding the flower with both hands. That makes it a little bit cuter. And now we just need what the flower would be, which should be something like this. Right? And the flower, technically, I mean, let me try to erase a little bit here. And the flower should be like just right about here then. And then for whatever the flower is, because I really don't remember how it looks like, but we're gonna look for it on the internets and we're gonna see how it looks. Right? So this is mainly what's gonna be. Mainly what's gonna be. There are some things I don't like particularly right now. But it's okay. For a sketch, it's okay. This is nothing like the emote at the end, but it's our sketch. So it shouldn't be too much work from here on. Because again, as you can see, we're losing a lot of space because the emote will probably go here, right? Like I said before, the important thing is actually the flower. So our emote is going to be more or less this. So all of this space is wasted. All of that space is wasted. And we don't want that. So normally, what we do is that we already take our layer because we can do it. Since this one doesn't matter too much, and this is the cool thing about doing layers, is that you can basically play with them as much as you want. So what we can do is just make it bigger. So we try to waste as little space as possible.
Oh, welcome back. Glad to see you today. You know, in every series, there has to be a crazy day, and this is our crazy day.
I am not going to thank the bot, but yeah. We got a bot. He dropped that quest, the broken flower? Yeah, that is sad, broken flower, I know, because I broke it a lot. Imagine it make it looks that easy. Kill everything on path first, but then keep hitting thorns at the end, drop me banana ananas. Hey Banana, how are you? How's it going? Welcome. Welcome to the stream. We're at the joy of emotes today. And we're working with a new software called Krita. Making our own emotes and having fun. Making some happy little Hollow Knights. Thank you for stopping by.
Almost paint with anything. All you have to do is practice.
Thank you, Sneaky, for the 50 happy little bits. Thank you so much. By the way, there's TTS on those if you're ever interested. 50 up, there is TTS active. Alright, so I'm loving you right now. So what do you think of the sketch so far? Do you like the sketch? Do you think that we need to make some major changes? Do you think it's gonna be looking good as an emote? What do you guys think? Oh, Banana, you have seen nothing. You have seen nothing. You need to watch the beginning of the emote, Banana, the beginning of the stream, Banana. I used to have black plus white as emotions. So that's the problem with the Knight. So once I was too committed to the Knight, because I started and everything was Hollow Knight themed, I noticed that every single character in Hollow Knight has a problem, and it's that expression with them is very difficult to get. Because they are very simplistic in their design, but normally in drawings, like this type of drawings, you convey all the emotions through the eyes. And their eyes are just empty. So it's very difficult to convey emotions with them. Oh, no, wait. Not a break. Give me. So yeah, sometimes you're gonna use some kind of thing, right? Like maybe you're gonna use like an eyebrow or I don't know, like something like that. You can also make him like if he closes his eyes, he could be like a happy knight, right? And you could like try to get rid of this. And he would be happy. Which is okay. Right? It's very cute, let's say. Because his Chrono Trigger, Yazzie. I don't know if you have played Chrono Trigger. But if you haven't, you should. Right? Then, with time, the more I have done the night for the channel, the more I have like stayed away from the original design of the night, and I kind of have changed it a little bit, and I have included some things that normally I wouldn't. So think about a mouth, for instance, right? Because in the end, it's a character for my channel, and not necessarily the night. I mean, it is the night, but not necessarily, right? Ooh, the Chrono Trigger playthrough will be my mojo, Yazzie. I mean, Dark Souls 3 too. Yazzie, are you me? Are you Canadian, Dangil? 2 days ago, my stream 2 days ago was streaming. Oh, I did it. That's funny. Yes, this is Guardia Castle. The eyes look cute like this. So yeah, we could work on something like this. Now let's go check how the flower looks like. What is that? The broken flower? Broken flower, Hollow Knight. Delicate flower. Okay, it's a delicate flower. So this is the way it looks. It's very, very small. Do we have something bigger than that? We do. So we can use this one. Let's just copy the image. Let's come here and let's use what we need. Which is the flower only, right? And we can come here. We can paste it. And we can use it as a reference. Right? And then it should be fine. We don't need to see a lot of it. But yeah. Look at her, just like me. Typing into the search bar while sharing the window? Yeah, I have nothing to... I have nothing to risk. So yeah, like, in this case, this is just to show how easy things can be if you want to do your own stuff as well, right? Because if I wanted to, I could definitely just copy it, and that was it. That would be it, right? Like, if this is the flower, and I put it in the middle, then I could just copy the flower. And it shouldn't be an issue. Like, you can go like this, and this is like the main layer of the flower, whatever. And then you just like copy it. Right? Then we're not gonna do that because, well, what's the point of copying it? But this is more or less what the flower is. So now we have the idea of the flower. We don't need this anymore. This is the flower. I don't like the body of the flower made in Hollow Knight because I think it's a little bit too harsh. We want something more delicate. And that works. Right? Incognito, first browser install new OS. Don't share the screen until you're done typing anything. Incognito is just for buying gifts to people? Oh. Literally better than the rest of us? Why am I better than the rest of us? I just have nothing to hide. Hiding my gift buying from stream viewers. By the way, and I cannot stress this enough. Thank you everybody. Thank you so much, because it's thanks to all the subs and everything, and everyone who put some money into this that we have this this stream today. How much experience do I have with drawing? On paper, I have drawn my entire life. Never professionally, never like as a job. At least not the things I liked. I worked as a graphic designer. I am a graphic designer. That was my first bachelor. And I worked as a jewel designer, but I was a 3D modeling. So Banana, good question. I already showed it, but it was at the beginning of the stream. But I am using an Wacom Intuos Pro Mid. The mid-size tablet is a regular one. I don't have a screen on it, so I have to look at the screen. Like I'm just drawing. It's very jarring at the beginning to be drawing on something but not looking at it, but looking somewhere else. It's very jarring at the beginning. But yeah, that's something. Why is it Lucky Bastard? This tablet is not expensive at all. This is an old version, like an old generation one. It's actually USB, I think it's USB mini, the connection and everything. It's not really new, I mean. It's very difficult to use. I also have a small one. So anyways, so this will be our flower. Are you happy with it? Do you like the emote so far? We don't need the eyes to be like this. This is something that we can change on the fly later on. It doesn't really matter. So let's keep both shapes here, because we're gonna be using our we're gonna be using this layer as our main layer to copy from. You think it's super cute? I like it too. I think it's gonna be nice. It's gonna be a nice addition. Maybe the mouth a little bit weird. Maybe we're gonna change it. Who knows? Maybe it's not gonna have a mouth. We will see. We don't need something like that, so it's gonna be like something like this probably. It's a little bit cuter. You like it too, Yoru? Okay, perfect. If it's approved. You like the smiley eyes? He's happy to have the flower. Yeah, he's happy to present the flower to people, so that's cool. That is very cute. So I think so far our sketch is okay. We can work with this sketch, and yeah, we don't need to change it too much. Again, you don't need to sketch necessarily. That is not something that you need to do. You can start immediately drawing if that is the thing you want to do. So I don't know. Let's say that you're kind of tired and you don't want to like go through the whole process, right? So you can go like directly into doing something that you prefer, or that you think it's better, or whatever, right? You can also do it if you want to. Like, you just no need to sketch if you feel confident enough in what you're doing. Because again, this is something that you can, at any point in time, you can delete it, you always have your Control Z, as Mike will say, and you can go back if that's what you want, right? So you will always have that, just in case you fuck up or you don't like what you're doing. right? So what I'm trying to say is, if you feel confident, or even if your style is more on this side of the spectrum, then you can do it. Like, you don't need to sketch by any mean. Or even you can sketch with any pen that you find more comfortable. I really like this pen. I think it's very comfortable for drawing. It's just a regular base brush. And I think even for like regular drawing, it's really, really good. We don't need that. We're not going to use it. So yeah.
You can almost paint with anything. All you have to do is practice.
Beautiful.
Thank you so much. Thank you for the 15 happy little bits. Thank you, thank you. Sketching actually doesn't help to you at all. Yeah, I mean, normally to me either. I don't sketch that much. I normally just go directly to draw. Beauty boo. It is beauty boo. It is Russian now. Someone changed the language. I think it was Mike. We have Tatiana now. So that's our things. You get the flower to Elderbug first. You knew he would appreciate it. That's very cute. He's a very lonely man. No one is allowed to be good at two things. I need to find those two things. Yeah, but the mic changed it. We have Tatiana now in Russian. But yeah. Sorry, chat. I think I hit you. Tatiana. It's okay. We like what we have. This is our sketch now. And you're going to see that here to the right, this area here, we have our layers, but on top of it, we have opacity. Now, opacity is basically the transparency of our layer. So if we are going to use this as our base, we need to make it a little bit more transparent. Normally I go 60, 80%, so it is more transparent. So I know that I create a new layer, and on that layer I can draw on top, and I can just follow the lines, and there won't be an issue. Because I still can't see, right? So that is one of the things. We have our sketch, and then we create a new layer, and we're gonna start. So it's a good idea and it's good practice for you to start renaming your layers so you don't get lost. So the first one, the one of the sketch, we're gonna rename it sketch. For the second one now, we decide what do we want to do first. So let's say we want to do the flower first. So this one is gonna be flower lines, because I'm gonna focus only on the lines of the flower. Alright? So let's start working on that. For this one, I work with my regular brush, and I work on a size of around 18 pixels or 20 pixels, because this one is very much dependent on the pressure. I have found that the more pressure I make with the line at 18, 19 pixels is a line of 5 pixels, which is exactly what I'm looking for. So you have to find out how much pressure you put and then calculate more or less which line is good for you. This is for emotes because I know what size I want for emotes. For lines, remember, I want 4 or 5, and for the outlines I want 8. So that's why I use this brush that is pressure dependent on more or less 20 pixels. And then we can start working on it. So you can get as close as you want. And this is the part of the process that you have to be very meticulous because let me see the flower once again. Okay, got it. So because you want it to look good, right? You want it to look good. So it's very regular. The flower doesn't really have like a pattern of anything. So that is something good. We can kind of be a little bit crazy on that one, right? If you're not happy, like again, if you're not happy with the line, then you can do it. And this is, let's say, the tedious part of the process. Because it doesn't really matter, right? At the end, it doesn't really matter, but it does depends on how good do you want it to look. I'm sorry. Then you can add some like little details like that. Then you can continue with that. Don't like those lines. So again, Control Z. They can be irregular, no problem there. Those lines are pretty okay. I want them to be a little bit thicker. Normally you also want the lines to be closed because it will make the painting process easier and faster. But this is something you want, right? And then you just start making the other lines, which shouldn't be a problem. Remember, we're gonna paint all of this, so... Okay. Now for this one. And finally, this one would be. I don't like that one because I don't want to go over the other ones. So this is the skeleton of the flower. Now we should be able to complete the flower, I think. Right? If we're okay with the lines, then we're okay with the lines. Like making this kind of line. Like a little spike there. I think it looks pretty cool. Right? That one looks better. And finally, this one. Maybe we want to extend it a little bit. So this should be our flower. What do you guys think? You go for even a bigger flower? Yeah, we can do that. That is the cool thing about it. And I think it's a very good suggestion, Tula. Maybe we want some lines to be a little bit thicker. And this is, like I said, a little bit of a tedious part of it. Because you're going to start checking, okay, which lines I want to make thicker and how thick. Like these kind of things, right? Because those are like little details, but they add up at the end to the quality of your emote. And to the thing that you're going to present. But at the end of the day, like people are the ones using your emotes, right? It's not really for me, necessarily. And at the end of the day, sometimes even a lot of work doesn't really pay. Because people like what they like. And sometimes you put a lot of effort into something and they just don't like it. They like something different or funnier or, you know, that kind of thing. And that is okay too. If you're not happy, you can turn into the eraser, which I just did, and you just go and try to refine the lines. Make them a little pointier. Like this. Or just like this. And you're gonna have pointier lines. They already work, right? Talking about banana emotes? Why? What's that? People don't like them? That's a fat flower. Oh, did I say something wrong, Gold? Did I make a mistake? Alright, so Tilda suggested that we should go probably for a bigger flower, and I think she's correct. It's a cool thing that we have only done those lines, so what we can do... okay, cool. What we can do now, since it's on an absolutely independent layer, and we have only done this, is... Google is responding to the question, what can we do now? We can just do this. We can play with the size of the flower, and it's absolutely okay. We're gonna keep more or less the same place of the flower, but there you go. You don't need much more. I think this size is okay. In any way, anyways, we can make a cut of the emote later on. But I think this is fine. Now we need more objects, and I think the next object should be the head of the knight. So let's create the headlines. Anyways, again, so let's go with the head of the knight. Question: when it comes time to clean up pencil strokes, doesn't affect layers, correct? So the cleanup part is very annoying and it can be very time consuming depending obviously on the complexity of the drawing. So think about the flowers, right? Flowers are not very that complex. So it's okay to make a cleanup. And I can see, for example, there are some lines that I could have made, like could have done better. Like this one, there is a little thing there that I don't like. It won't be like people won't notice this ever, but I will, and it bothers me. So I just go and retouch a little bit. So it doesn't really affect anything else than my own layer. So that is the cool part of it. Also, there are some options, for example, the alpha. If I remove the alpha, it's basically that I'm removing transparency. So what I could do technically there is, let me see if I can do it. Looking up the alpha for this thing, and I can paint only on the things that I have already done before in that layer. So I could change all the color of the lines as well, because that's the alpha. So in the end, there are techniques for you to, let's say, improve on that and make your life a little bit easier. I try to use different colors of backgrounds, not necessarily green. But not white, because or no background. I like to having a background because otherwise you just don't see what the hell you're doing. And it's hard. Sometimes there is an extra line that you just missed, or a hole when you're painting and it's transparent, that kind of thing. Okay, Tilda. Okay. We made a drawing. Is it good? No. Is it cute? Kinda. So yeah, okay. Let's go back to headlines now. Since we have our sketch, we're gonna be using a sketch. Flowers are on the way. We have this thing to turn on and off, but it's just visibility. So that's very helpful if we're going to continue our drawing, right? Woohoo! Now the head of the knight is very complicated because you don't want to be shaky. One of the things that could happen easily is that you could go shaky on the lines. Good luck. Like, I could try to make it like this, and then my line, as you can see, is shaking. It's very difficult not to shake. I don't want that line on my emote. That's a bad line. That's an ugly line. I don't want that. So many people have different techniques for this kind of thing. Many people will try over and over again to do things in one try. And that works. As you can see, there is no shaking. It's okay. I think it's not necessary to do that. You can make your life way easier if you did something like this. So there is an option here in our tools. That is the way our brush works. So there is something called stabilizer. Now, the stabilizer is a big help that we can get. Basically, the stabilizer will create lag between our movements and what happens. And if you can see my cursor on the screen, you're gonna see two circles. The small circle is the size of my brush. The second circle is the distance of lag that I'm creating. So it's a very good practice. It's very good practice to use that this kind of help if you want to do something, and you can go as slow as you want because there is distance between you or what you're doing and the line that you're creating. And you can stop at any time. You can see I made like a big line, like a long line, and it's not shaky. So that is good. You can keep doing something like that, and you can clean up your lines later. It's not a big deal, so it's okay. You try to go from the same place. You see there's a difference there. We don't worry too much about that. Is a little bit of shake there. And also we don't want it to be just like that, but we're gonna fix that again later on. We can start with another line right here. Maybe not that one. Maybe something like this. Maybe that works. Maybe, right? Yeah. This is how anime is created as well. Anime or of yourself. First lines with brush too. Yeah, I mean, it's the whole idea, right? Creating your own thing. Don't like this line too much, but since it's a small line now, it's something that we can actually tie it up with. And it's okay. Like I said, the important thing this little mistake here doesn't matter because we are going to cover that at the end with a thicker line. So we don't think too much about it. It's basically the same with this one. However, this one is a little bit more noticeable, so we try to tie it in. Now we don't have it. But this works. Kinda. And we go back to our stabilizer and we try to make this line here. Now, depending on if you're, for example, for me right now, that line I try to make is very difficult to make because I am right-handed. Being right-handed, it's more difficult for me to make the line in that direction. So it's easier if I go in this direction, a right-handed person. So let's try and do that. Oh, wait. There we go. It's much better. However, I am not entirely happy with how flat it looks, so we're gonna do it again. I've got a little artist in me that is also learning. Ah, that's so cool, man. I'm so happy. Any left-handed people in chat? Yeah, that's a good question, Tilda. You know what they say, that left-handed people are way more creative than right-handed people? And I have seen that in my life as true. I have a friend who is left-handed and the fucker is so creative. My sister is a lefty too, but my sister is completely nude. But this is something that kind of works. Again, we don't worry too much because this part is going to be covered by a second layer later on. But this works. Now we can go with something easier because it's shorter lines, so don't worry too much about this. Just try to make them it works, so it's okay. And we're probably gonna see this, but not too much. So there you go. This is basically the head of our knight. Now we have it. I think it looks good. Get wrecked, Dangil sister. Yeah, my sister is really not creative, not like, she's not good with doing things, creating things at all. You're a left footer when it comes to football. That's really fun, really funny. I think the lefties in football are also very good, right? Poor sister. F's for my sister. What is she good at? My sister is good. That is a very good question. Sister. My sister is a very good worker. She's a very hard worker. No, you know what is she good at? She's good at like talking to people, like at customer service level. Like, she's really good at that. She has like a lot of charisma. Yeah. Oh, Messi is left-footed? Yeah. My country left-footed means you are bad in football. That's funny. That's interesting. I thought it was the opposite. Under the bus she goes. Head under the bus. Like, she hasn't done much of that, but she's really good at that. Like, she like talking to people. Like being the face of, because she is very pretty. My sister is a pretty woman, I think. And being the face of a place, she was like, yeah, very good at that. Call anyone can play football. You have two left legs. Oh, but yeah, it's because there's two, not because they're lefty. It's because they have, you know, two left legs, which would be problematic. Is my sister single? No. No, unfortunately not. Unfortunately for you, though. Okay, so we have the face, I mean the head. We're not gonna touch it for the moment. Let's go with our next layer. So our next layer is gonna be the body. And this is gonna be a little jarring, you're gonna see that, but yeah. Thank you, girls. So for the body now, it's gonna be a little weird because we're gonna intersect, and we're not gonna care too much. So we just need the main idea of the body, because it starts here, right? And we want like one clean line. Something like this is okay. And then another one right here. Maybe like this, because he's kind of arching, right? So something like this would be cute. Yeah, I think that works. This doesn't matter, but we are going to tie it in for a specific reason that I'll tell you later. That's the body. And now we need to make the inner lines of the body, which are more or less this, and that. Maybe we want this to be a little bit closer for that one. Yeah, so this is going to be the body. Right? I think it's fine. I think it's okay. I'm a clean Christian boy. That's blasphemy? What is blasphemy? There's no chance in hell Empanada get more horny years than me. Are you competing now for that? It's funny. I want this to be a little irregular as well. Because when lines are too regular, it kind of looks jarring to me. It doesn't look that, I don't know, dynamic, let's say. But it's better if you can make them more dynamic. Something like this. They look much better now. That's the body. We don't need anything else for the body right now. We're going to get the arms. The arms are important because we're going to be moving them in case we need to move them, right? Now let me get the body like that. So we know exactly where we want our arms to go. We kind of agreed that the arms are okay at that distance. But again, if you start doing your lines like this, you're gonna get shaky. Why are you getting shaky? Because it's not comfortable for you to draw on the tablet in any direction. Depends, again, on your hand and also on how rotated your canvas is, etc., etc. So these kind of details are important and they're very annoying sometimes. We try to use the stabilizer for these things, right? Because it's easier. Now, the arms don't need too much detail, and they don't need to be irregular either, because the arms are going to be basically black. So we can go directly to a line that goes like this. Tie that in. And we can get it right there. It's one of our arms. Right? When you get sad, go to strip club and get titties in your face. Asen, you're gonna get banned. Mike is not... I think Mike is not here, but you're gonna get banned if he sees that. me go weighted. Since the arm is gonna be like hidden here and this is black, let's try to put it together with a very small line. You're gonna see why I'm closing this later on. Dangil, I drew whole landscapes in Photoshop, not knowing how to rotate my canvas, so I was always twisting my body around. It's terrible. So you get kind of keyboard shortcuts to do this kind of thing. For example, if I want to rotate my canvas, I have to press Control on my keyboard, and then I have to press my left click, which is this button in my pen. But once I do that, I can zoom in. If I want to rotate, is with Shift, same process. The zoom is with Control, rotate is with Shift, and the button of my pen. If I want to take a color from a different layer, from a different thing, I use Control only, and I pick the color, and then automatically I have the color. I use E for my eraser, so if I want to change, let's say, between my normal lines and my eraser, I just go E, and I can use it. And that works, right? So we said arms before. No, it's going to be only arm 1. Arm, let's say, front. And we're going to have another layer for the back. For the arm in the back. This is arm back. Why? Because maybe I want to move one arm, but not the other. Maybe I want to rotate them. Maybe I want to, you know. That's pretty much the idea. We don't need this. And we can now make our other arm. We need a pixel, more or less 5 pixels is okay, and we can have our second arm, which should be. Oh, we need some stabilizer as well, so we don't shake too much. Wait, right here, and we can go right like that. It's gonna be behind the body, so it's not really that important. We don't like that line, so we're gonna delete it. Thank you, Asen. I will hydrate right away. Give me a second. Go back to stabilizer. Hey, Dunny. Thank you so much. I will check my posture soon. And then this is the other arm. So, ta-da! We have the second arm, the first arm. So, wait, don't do that. Sometimes that could happen, that because your tablet is basically a mouse pad. So if you're touching it, you are also clicking everywhere, and sometimes it can get crazy. But don't pay too much attention to it. Then that's our second arm. So we have our both arms, our body. We can get the opacity back, the head, and the flower so far, right? Thank you, Donnie, and thank you, Asen. Hello, mate. How is it going? I'm super happy we're having our art stream. Touch that pad, baby. They did, Banana? That's crazy. That's super cool. Man, I need Coca-Cola to sponsor me now. I wish. So, chat, how are you? Do you like it so far? Do you think we're having a good emote? I think it looks okay, right? I think it's fine. So far, so good. Want to be sponsored by a company that also sponsored McLaren F1? I mean, as long as they sponsor me. They already made one mistake sponsoring McLaren, so why not me? The second mistake is fine, right? You like it, good. So yeah, I mean, we will see, Asen, we will see. We will see. Do you want me to bring Dan Ross back? He knows better than me. He's cooler, better looking too. The flower is in the eye. Yes, that is correct. So we might have to either move it or rotate it. But that's a thing that we can do at some point. It's okay. Because like I said before, right? This is something that, again, we can do at any moment. We could rotate our flower too. That is fine. We could even do this to our flower. This and that. And look at our flower now. It kind of looks okay as well, right? But we will see. We will see. Anyway. Cool and convenient? Yeah, it is cool and convenient. I know. Been awake for 12 hours, but it's 8 p.m., so I guess that's normal. Yeah, it is. Alright, so let's continue with our sketch segment. I think we're basically done with the sketching, except that we still need the little flower thingy thing. So that's our next destination. We're gonna make another one for that. I don't want it to be with the flower, I want it to be independent of the flower. So we create another one, and that's gonna be flower body. And that should be fine. You can change it. Again. It's not flower thing. It's flower thingy now. It's not a stem. It's flower thingy. This is gonna be behind the flower. So technically, we don't need a flower right now. And all we need is a simple thing. It's just a line that comes here. It can be a little bit irregular, and that is fine. Doesn't really matter. Gonna go over the arm. It should be okay. That's it, right? We could add something else just because why not? Right? It could be, I don't know. See what here. Right? Maybe. Right? And it still looks okay. And it's like a little something that we didn't have before. So, What do you guys think? Shall we keep the little leaf there or not? Activate the God Painter, yeah. Activate the God Painter. You like the leaf? Then the leaf stays. Wait, let me bring myself back. So yeah. Once you are become the God Painter, yes, I should have changed that too. I changed all the alerts, but I didn't change the channel points. I'm ashamed. I put all the work in that and I forgot about that thing. Fuck. Okay, so once this part is done, which already is, what we need is start painting. Now, you don't want to paint on the same layer that your lines are, because if you start painting, let's say for example the body. Let's go to the body, and let's say that I want to paint the body, right? I more or less know the color that I like for the body of the knight. Usually I come here and I just take it. It's usually for this body, it's just because color, I like the color. I just more or less know where it is. And let's say that I want to paint it. You know, let's start painting the body. And if I start doing this, I am going to paint over my lines. I don't want that. Because if I want to paint over my lines, I will have to do something like this. Just to paint the borders, and it will still look weird. So, have you seen, for example, when you take in Photoshop a picture and you remove the background with the magic wand, and then you get these edges? It is because of that. We don't want this. So what you want is to actually have painting all over the place, not respecting the lines, but still in the drawing. No, I do use magic wand as well, if it's, I mean, sometimes, but you need to make a lot of touching up afterwards. So what you do, or what I do, is I create one layer under every single layer that I already have. And that is the painting for that layer. So I just start here and I start creating all of my layer paintings. Yeah, all my new layers. Come here. And yeah, you can see I have now a ton of layers because those will be painted. And I'm going to show you an effective way of using the magic wand. So remember that we sealed every single draw, like we tried to close it. And the reason is here. Let's start then with, I don't need the sketch anymore. I don't need this layer anymore either. Let's start with the flower lines, right? So I come to my layer of the flower lines, which has already all the lines of the flower. And then I come to my magic wand, because this is what I want to paint, right? So this is what I do. I start taking every single one of the places of my flower or my layer, and the inside as well, let's say. I go now to my new layer where I'm going to paint, right? Which is this one. And now I'm going to paint it. But I need the color first. So if you remember, we still have this one. This one has the color that I want. The main color of the flower is this one here. So we're going to paint in layer 2. Select the color that we want, which is mainly that one. And then we just paint the flower. Now we go back to our flower lines. And we deselect our flower. And our flower is effectively painted. It's not going to be perfect, and you're going to have to touch certain things, like mostly edges and mostly the edges and where lines converge. Then you're going to have to go and put a little touch up there. But it will be fine in general. But this is very effective if you want to paint faster and if you have like simple shapes like this one. Let's go with the head, for example. Now we go with the head, same process. We just use our magic wand. We take all the head parts. We go to our painting layer and we're going to paint. We know that the knight is white. So there is really nothing else I need to do. There you go. That's the knight. Then we go to the body and rinse and repeat. Take all the parts of the body, come to the layer thing, and get the color that I normally use for the body, which is a little bit darker, I believe. This is the one I like. I come to my body paint part, and this is the body. Yes, that didn't color, but that is something that I will explain in a bit. But you will see. You will see, you will see. Because you might be saying like, well, now the body is on top of the head and the head is on top of the flower and it's like, it's all a mess. Yes, it is a mess because that's the way. Normally when you're doing these kind of things, you're not thinking from the beginning what the order is going to be. You can fix it at any moment, and that is good. So what we need, we start thinking about layers pretty much like an onion. So the lower thing, our lowest layer, or not the lowest layer, but one of the lowest layers should be the body. So we take body and the paint of the body, and we just drag it here. Now it's below there. Let me deselect this. Right, the head is where we want it, but the flower is not. So the head is on top of the flower. We don't want that either. So the head should be to the body. Now we have the flower, right? You're cutting onions? Oh no, Tilda. Every component is separate, correct, Asen. That is correct. Every component is separate. Now the hands are tricky because the hands should be over the body, like on top of the body, but below the flower. They have to make a sandwich with the flower, more or less, kind of. So our arm back should be the last layer, below the body, right there. And our second arm is top of the body, below the flower. Something like this, I want to say. Oh yeah, the arm was okay, I think. The arm was okay. Okay. How to cut onion. So let's continue with our painting because we are not over yet. So let's go with the arms. Arms are not that complicated. I'm gonna take this, and the color of the arms, normally they are black, but I learned the hard way with my emotes that if I paint them black, I'm not gonna see them on the emotes at all. So let's try to make it a color that is a little bit more recognizable then. And just paint it. Like I said at the beginning, it's our night now, and we gotta do what we gotta do. If it doesn't work, then we have to make it work, right? Paint the same color. It should be that. Okay, and now for the flower body, as we call it. Not stem. Stem is for nerds. Oh, here you can see that I didn't close the thing. I didn't close the lines. So if I didn't close the lines, I'm gonna be painting everything. We don't want that. So we have to go back to our, sorry chat, I hit you. To our layer, and then close it. Just need to close it. It doesn't really matter. As long as it is closed, it's okay. Right? You don't want to see it? Hey, now! But he knows that I'm kidding. I hope she knows I'm kidding. So, this is tedious, and it will take like a while for me to do this. I don't need to do this that specifically, and I'm going to show you why. Because sometimes I just don't want to paint that specifically, those things. Come here, fill it in. Let's see, what color do we want for that? I guess it should be something kind of dark, something like this. Is this color okay, Chad? Is this a good color? We're gonna make the leaf a little bit lighter, but for now, it's too dark. All right. What about this one then? Is this one better? You don't like this color? Okay. Now it's better? What do you guys think? The super dark one was like the old Hulk movie. You don't know if you would go for green? Yeah, it's this color, but it's like everything is so monochromatic in Hollow Knight that it's hard to deviate from it, but I think we should. A lighter blue. We can try that. We can definitely try that. Let's see. Let me go flower lines and this flower body. And it's this. And it's this and this and this and that. Okay. Go back to paint layer. A lot of dunkers today in chat. Is this a better color? I like this one, but I don't know you guys. I really like this one. You like it? You like it? Okay, cool, 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 cool. But I see Tilda and Banana are too thoughtful. And Yoru too, it's also doubtful. Oh, you like the color. Now I want Yoru's and Yagi's opinion now. Okay. So let's keep this color for now. You like it too? Nice, Yoru, nice. I'm glad. Alright, but you see all these things and imperfections and whatever, and you're like, well, it's looking pretty shitty, eh? And I would agree with you, but we're gonna fix that. For now, let's remove the flower. We don't need it here. And let's start working on our main painting process. Yeah, it looks terrible. So now that you have this, technically it is very complete. And you could get away with it. If you want to make a cursed emote, probably a cursed emote doesn't need any shading or any more coloring than flat colors. But we want to do better than that. So what we do right now is that we go piece by piece, trying to create the shadows as we see fit. The way I create shadows normally is I go, let's start with the body. is this layer. So this is the main color for our body, right? I will copy the same color because I'm going to be using it, and I will fix the things that I didn't fix before. So right now I can do it just manually. I just paint. I will never paint over the lines because I am in the painting layer and not on the line layer. So that's okay, and that's enough. I don't have to fix anything else. The rest is okay. And now it's time for the shadows. So what I normally do is that I have one color, right? Let's say this. I do my shadows normally in 3 tones of the same color. So I take a light one, a mid one, and a dark one, right? This would be, and all the colors that I selected already are the mid ones. Normally I go first for dark and shadows, and then I go for the light ones. So you come here, you select your mid color. You come here to your tool, right here where chat is, and I go to a dark tone, which is the last of the 3 slides, and I go and select one that I'm comfortable with, thinking depending on the shadows. So here I think the sun comes from here. The light comes from our top left corner. So the flower will project some shadow, the head will project some shadow, and we're gonna work accordingly, right? So now we selected our color, we selected the tone that we want for the shadow, and then we just start making our shadow tone, right? And now it already kind of looks different, which is a good thing, right? And bang, you get depth. That's pretty much what it is. You already have some depth there. For some parts, they're gonna be completely shadow because you don't need light there. You're probably not gonna get any light there, like this and this and this. This part also probably, and this for sure because you have both the hand and the clothes. So it might be a little bit of a little bit of light that will come at some point. So now that I have my shadows and I'm okay with them, I'm like, yeah, this is fine. I could go way much more into it, more darker tones and darker tones and darker tones. For the emotes, it's not necessary. Remember, your emote is going to be 22 by 22 pixels, which is practically nothing. So you don't need to go that deep. However, I like some lights. So I select, again, my neutral color, and I do the opposite. Now I pick a very light version of that color. Then I pick the light version of the color. Come back to my canvas, and now I just paint a little bit of light when I think it's going to be a little bit of light. If I think it's going to be a little bit of light. And then you have some light. That is pretty much what it is. And now we're gonna start doing the same thing with our other colors, right? So the arms are like this. We select something a little bit darker. That. Probably something like that here. But then something lighter. Or little pieces like this. And little areas like... Maybe a little bit more even. Yeah. Yeah, that works. Thank you, Donnie. Those were done. I think nobody here has ever checked them. Those I made them like years ago. And and those were made with like mouse and click and so I was very bad at it. But I enjoyed the process so much. I kind of kept them. It was like no reason for me to delete them, right? Maybe I want the shadows a little bit thicker so they are more readable also as an emote. And there you go. There you have him. Yep, they work pretty well. Hey, gang. How's it going, Sharf? Good to see you, man. Good to see you. So yeah, you got this. No, this is not my element, man. This was a goal, a sub goal that I set for this stream because people wanted to see it, and actually the crazy people paid, and that's why I'm here. So yeah. All right. So what do you think? We have the body and we have the arms. They kind of look good, right? What do you think, guys? You like it so far? Let me see. We can go next with the stem. Go with the stem. Try to make it. I look good. No, I think the consensus is that you are the sexy, beautiful streamer, right? Not me, dude. Not me. Also, my music rocks. My music fucking rocks is so good. Because it is fucking. I use the G and the F keys to make the fucking. I thought I was so clever when I made that shirt. I was like, I'm so clever. I am not, but I thought I was. Oh, fuck you. We need it to be darker. So darker, we could probably go like this. You think it got flagged? I think they're not that stupid. So, okay, the parts that we didn't touch before, we can now do it. Since we know that we will never go over the lines, it's just very easy to paint. You just paint on top. And that's it. Very easy. Same thing here, we correct the little mistakes that we had before. And it should be okay, at least that part. We're gonna use more shade here, like the shadows come probably from behind. They do this. They're kind of irregular, but we need it because the hand also creates some shadow. Right? Gonna be here. Finally. Probably something like this. Maybe. That looks okay. Yeah, that looks great. Now, we need lighter because there are some parts that we need to highlight like this. Example. Maybe a little bit here. Maybe a little bit here as well. This for sure. And then the leaf. The leaf for sure needs to be highlighted. So this side of the leaf will be highlighted. Something like that. The other side of the leaf, maybe not so much. And there you go. We got our flower. Blue is definitely the right call. I love it. It looks so great, right? So far, so good. Good job, chat. Always... Also, don't forget to do what I always forget to do, which is saving. So, let's save this project. We're gonna go to emotes, and we're gonna go to the new one, which is DangilFlower. We're gonna keep DangilFlower here. There you go. Yeah, don't forget to save, because that's it happens. We're gonna take a short break. I will be right back. I need to go get some refill of Coke. I'll be right back. Yes, Krita is a free software, is open source. I usually work on open source programs. I like to support that. I like to, because they do so many cool things and read about what they do. I don't know programming, but I really wish I did. I'm gonna go lay down, be lurking away on the keyboard. Please, no smack talk while I can't defend yourself. Oh, go rest, Mike. Go rest. Thank you for being around, man. We're gonna take a little break. I'll be right back, people. Don't go anywhere. See you soon. That I am disappointed. He is indeed. He is the weeb, yeah. Mike is the weeb. That is correct. Alright. Alright. Wait, what happened to my music? Hey, music? Let's come back. Are you okay, YouTube? YouTube, are you okay? YouTube was not okay. Yeah, they're not okay. Alrighty. Then let's continue. So, the part that we are right now, it's kind of tedious, but it's not the most tedious one of them all. It's actually quite fun to see, like, your drawing come to life. It's like, oh, it looks like something now, or I can see some depth or whatever, right? That is always fun. What did I do? Okay. Let's check the flower again for a second. I want to see from the flower. What the hell am I doing? I want to see from the flower. I want to see the color inside. That color is important for me right now because I want to paint that. Now let's take kind of like this color. This will be the color for the center piece, I guess. Wait, why am I not painting? I have the color selected, right? I'm gonna paint layer 3, yeah. Oh, because I'm in flower body. Like, oh wait, it's here. There you go. But this is the color that we have now. He has no eyes. Yet. He's spinning his head like an owl. God damn it. Yeah, and now we can do the flower ourselves. We don't need help from the thing. No helps. So for this part, it's better just to do it yourself. It's quick and shouldn't be a problem. Just fill it in. There are many ways for you to paint. There's also a painting mask and things like that. But those are way more complex and really, we don't need those for emotes most of the time. We just want to make sure that our lines are at least painted, like the borders and whatnot, all the angles. Because since we painted with the magic wand, there are many of those that are just not there. And we don't want any of those weird, jagged edges. Everything to look clean. Right? It reminds you of Breath of Fire too. It might as well be. I think it is Breath of Fire. I'll tell you exactly what it is. Rudora? What is Rudora? Rodran no Hiho. Rudora no Hiho. What? Looks like Breath of Fire. Hey, Jank. How's it going, mate? This is just a... The painter has returned, the former rioters have quieted down. Donnie has a whole song about it. Instantly we see this pure chaos has become almost serene. The former rioters have started a cleanup process from what was pure insanity earlier, and some have sat down in front of their monitors and became almost like children watching their favorite cartoon. It is amazing how much the appearance of the god painter has changed things. This has been Donnie News, back to you in the studio. Thank you, Donnie. Thank you so much. That was very nice. Alright, like I said, we just follow the lines. We try to paint all the little holes that we can find, because we don't want those. And that's pretty much our flowers so far. So remember the process. Riots get media coverage. Imagine being old enough to know SNES music. Hey, Spud. Spud, we don't do that. Do we do that? Yeah, we do. Yeah, I am old enough. Flower. Now, flower is tricky, but we want to do something like this. We don't want to take, like, a ridiculous amount of time on this, so we're gonna go, like... Right? That works. That stays. You're gonna see that in so many cases you will need to fix your shadows because they don't look well, they look weird. So you can do it with the other color instead. You can do just go around and fix it a little bit. And it should be much better. It takes time, and I think this is the most time-consuming part. One rioter is still trying to continue the riot. It seems, however, the others are just ignoring their plea for the riot to continue. Donnie, are you okay? How are things in the field? Are they fine? The shadow color is a bit too green, but it's the same tone, Tilda. I never take a different color. It is this same color. It's just on a different right. It's in the darker side of the scale of the palette, but it is the same color. So I never do that because, like I said before, since I am colorblind, I am always too afraid of not getting the colors right. So what I do, and it's the safest route for me, is to always have the same color but take 3 tones of the same color. In that case, I know that I'm never wrong, at least with the tones. Maybe we want this to be a little bit different. Maybe we need more. Yeah, it's much better. And then with this already, you're creating so much depth into your little emote that it already starts looking kind of good. Kind of good already. Sure. Sure, Duke. Do you have any comments so far? Are there any things that you don't like, or that you think that should have been done differently? Which, yeah. How do you feel about it so far? If you have strong feelings right now, then we can discuss them, yeah. They look like green things. I mean, she likes people, but who doesn't like people, man? Have you seen white people happy? Is there anything happier than white people happy? I don't think so. Maybe people happy, but white is already pretty okay. This is 10% better than stigma throwing as is capable. Have you tried it? I hope that one of you said, like, because I was so happy at the beginning of the stream when I think it was Squid and Asin who said, like, you know what, I want to try it. I really want to try it now. That is pretty cool, right? The top right horn needs color. Yes! That is something that bothers Donnie since the beginning. We'll fix that soon, Donnie. We'll fix that soon. Jordan's statement with one sass is pretty... It is. It is. I cannot teach that, or I cannot even have any comments on that. But a peer review, it's something I could do, potentially. I mean, depending on how you feel. But yeah. Alright. And now for this one, we're gonna go with the darker one, which is very, very blue. I think it's okay. It's fun. This might be in places like this one, and then under. And also maybe here. Go under this. Not too much of this color, and this is not something that we are going to actually see that much. So it doesn't really matter. But like I said before, I like it. I like to consider this kind of things. Because otherwise I know that I didn't do as well as I could have done. I feel bad about myself. But yeah. Basically because of myself that I do this kind of thing. Hey, thank you, Asen. Yeah, it matters to me a lot. I don't want people to one day just look at their emotes and be like, oh, this part is so janky. Like, I don't want that, you know? Because when I see them, I know that they're there, and that's all I can see. I hate that. That's why I made some revisions of my emotes already. Some of them I also have to go and revise again. But yeah. And now look, the lights. The lights are so cool because they are kind of the easy thing to do. I like the light. Because you just need like a little bit of it. And it already changes things. You're like, boop, and voila, it's different. A little poop here, here, poop here, and here, maybe here. And it's already different. The same with this. Become light. This is gonna be fun. Go and do each one of those. Right? Each one of those. I feel bad about myself constantly. I feel that I could have done everything much better than I do. I love the emote you made me so much that I put it on stream during redeems, which happened again yesterday. Yes, that's so cool. I'm so happy, man. And then getting called out by an old man, but still is going to a life-changing adventure because the wind calls you. And then getting called out by an old man who knows your reality, just chasing tail and being named Butts. Maybe that one is too much for this, so we don't like it. We're gonna make it a little bit less. And a little bit rounder. I don't know about this one. Maybe like this. Maybe a little bit of it, but not too much. Yeah, looks better now, baby. Looks better. Just a little bit here of this one. And I think that's it. We have our flower. What do you guys think? Do you like the flower? You like it? If it wasn't for this song. If I want to go back to Europe and only eat canned food that isn't warm up because I don't have a way to warm them up, that is my choice. Looks good? Awesome. One day, and I think it's soon, I am going to create the dab emote for Jaggy because Jaggy keeps requesting it for... I mean, not keeps requesting it. He said it once or twice. But yeah, I will make that one. Awesome. Yeah, I like the flower too. That's pretty cool. Time to go to the one that I've been neglected forever, which is the head. Let's go to the head. Check it out. Let's paint the white thing that Donnie was crazy about. There you go. You got your white. All good. It's all good. That emote? No. So, we need to make the eyes of the knight because we have no eyes. Let's remove this. Go to headlines. Let's get our sketch back. So the eyes... I kinda don't know about the eyes. The eyes are tricky. Very tricky. But let's try and make them. The first thing would be kinda having an idea of where they're gonna be. Kinda like that. He looks okay. He looks kinda happy. That's fine. We can have the other ones like here. That's okay. Something like this. It should be fine, right? Although I don't know what a boomer emote would be. You can make a boomer emote too. Oh, right, because I'm a boomer. Although I don't know what a boomer emote could be. That's a good idea. OCD have been appeased. You're very welcome, Donnie. I'm gonna appreciate emotes more from now on. I didn't until this point. A lot of work in articism. We're all boomers. Oh, Yagi, you're very young. Not me, though. Not me. Let's move this because I want to see the eye a little bit better. But I think this line is okay. We're not gonna see this line too much anyways. I think that looks cute. You can try and fill that in. It doesn't really matter, he's kind of smiley, so it's okay. I like to keep it like this, like irregular. I think it makes it cute. But it all depends, right? We'll see. Also because the painting thing is a little bit, I think, cooler when it is that way. We're also gonna do a little bit of the cheeks thing that I do normally for the night, which is like a little Z. We're not gonna see them. Doesn't really matter. We're still gonna do it. If we need more, we will use more. And now we have little eyes. Ta-da! Let me bring the flower back. Ta-da! It looks cute. You think? It looks cute. And also make some lines there. Make it like a little bit, I don't know. Like he's happy about it, like he's cute about it. Right? Yeah, he's nice. He looks nice. I still love my boomer joke I made the other day. My Panana just stopped her a bit when they realized how multi-layered it was. Oh yeah, that was a huge multi-layer one. Should put commission page on the screen for next art stream. Make him blush all the cute, like, yeah, he will blush. This puppy will blush. But we need now to make our painting of the face. So with the knight, the shading usually goes to something dark but not extremely dark because he's too white. And think of him like as a cube. So you know more or less where the shading will come from. It's usually kind of here, and you try to take the lines into consideration. Like this one was obviously white, but this one is not. And the face is usually something that we go like this. We go like this. Remember, try not to go. And then normally it also comes from here to here. This should be okay. We also need a little bit of shadow from the flower, maybe. Flower should be casting a little bit of shadow. That's okay. Get this right here. Probably here. It looks so good. The perimeter, yeah, for the most part, you have to imagine, like in my case, I imagine the sun coming from here, right? So that's why the lights are here and the darks are here. Look at the clothes, for instance. So that's more or less how I think of it, and the objects that are in front or not. So yeah, like the case of the little flower, it probably casts a shadow here, but not too much. But for sure, we have shadow here. For sure. So that's something we keep, and a little bit here maybe. Now obviously they're very rough, so we need to fix them, and that's what we do with the normal like color. Try and fix them. Right? If you don't like how it looks, then go back, make it better. Same with this thing. Shouldn't be too much of a shadow cast by the flower, so it's okay. Yeah, it is super thick at the moment, but we're gonna fix that too. So it shouldn't be too bad. But still following more or less the thought of the flower, right? Something like this. Yeah, that kind of looks okay. Why not? Since the eyes are closed, we might paint this like a little bit of a darker color to give like the eyes a little bit of a depth. Right? Yep. Kind of want that. There you go. Ah. Flowers delicate like my ego. What the fuck? And now we try to fix a little bit of this, you know, like kind of shaky lines or shadows like that. And it should get a little better. I like the angle there, but I don't like this part, so try and fix it. Now it looks okay. Same thing here. Kind of fix the shadow there a little bit. Maybe we could do better with this. Yeah, much better. And here, and we finally thing here. Oh no. Oh no! What did we do? Okay. First imagine a cleft chin in him? The fuck? Why? And we want to finish it with something like that. I don't like the top shadow too much. So we're gonna make it like E. Because we don't get that much. Still don't like it. Gonna try something until we like it. I think making it like thinner is better in this case. Yeah, this works much better. All right. Secret of Mana, baby. Yeah. We could do other stuff. Like we could actually like signal like the face of the night, but that doesn't look good normally. So you try not to. With like little lines on the night, just to give some Eh. Right? He is very cute. So what we can do now is create one final layer that is gonna serve two purposes. Normally this one is for details. So the main purpose for this one is gonna be the outline. It's gonna be all of our other lines of the emote, so it's thick enough so it's readable on Twitch. But also I'm gonna be using it for something like the blushing. We could do heavy blushing on the night, or we could do something not that heavy. Like, it all depends on what we want. But for instance, this is a very easy blush that you can do. Obviously, it's not something I like very much. You could also use something like this and make like little lines. They also work, but I think they're kind of harsh. You know? Or you can just go straight, like super. Something like that. In any case, whatever you decide, it's okay. You could have like red cheeks right at. This part is just details, right? It's like, what do you want to do with your drawing. Something like this works, I think. I really like it. I don't know what you think. What is the most readable? Something like this. Something that is big, but it's not intrusive. Like, it's transparent. So this works wonders. You like? Because let me just zoom out to get a rust. Exactly. So I keep doing this all the time because I want to have like a general look of it and see if I like it. And to work better, I just go very close, right? Yeah, it helps, right? It helps. Okay, we like it then. So now we go just for the outline. For the outline, like I said before, for Twitch readability, we want a size 8 of 8 pixels. Everything that is hard to contrast with either the very light color or very dark color, we need to make it thick. So it's usually the outline of the whole drawing. We have to make sure that it's readable in both dark Twitch and light Twitch. I don't know who is that kind of monster that uses light Twitch, but they exist. So we have to think of them too. We select black. Many people, many emote artists or whatever, many people, they will do their outlines more or less on a darkest color of the one that they're painting in. I prefer the black lines. I think it gives the drawing a certain something. But you can do it too, like you can paint in any colors, right? You use light Twitch, monster. And this is the boring part. You just have to basically come here and start doing this for most of the lines that are gonna be thick. So you don't want to have like 8 over the line, you want to be the pixels to be 8 total from the color. This part can be tricky, because you can get shaky as well. So the idea is obviously not to, so Be careful here. Gotta be careful here. So unfortunately for the flower, there's a lot we're gonna lose because of that. But we need it. We need it to be readable. So unfortunately, this is kind of something we have to do. Maybe we can play a little bit with it, at least a little bit. Maybe not. That's okay, I guess. Monster, am I? Not the worst I've been called today. Well, that's a good thing, right? No, for real, who uses Light Twitch? I hope you were joking, though. I do. I'm serious. Okay. Duke. So yeah, this part is a little bit tedious, but I mean, you can find it relaxing, I guess. You at least know that you're about to finish, which is a good thing. This is a hard... So, okay, so yeah, this one that I use for this is a hard brush. It's just a brush. Regular, no thin edges or anything. It's rounded, and because it's the easiest to for you know, for the outlines. I don't like that line. It's just the easiest. And also, you know that the thickness of your brush, I was gonna say your thickness, but yeah, will be consistent. This is not what we want, so this. Same here. Tedious. Very tedious. There you go. This should be... It'll be fine. Now, when you come to lines that are super long like this one, the best idea is usually to go back again and use the stabilizer. Bothers me that the thick outline, the flower original outline are entirely the same color. Yeah, it kind of bothers you, but it doesn't, like, affect that much the end design. What bothers me a lot normally is not really that. What bothers me a lot in many drawings at the end is that I have like very delicate edges that I cannot keep because of the outlines. And I'm like, that was terrible, for example. What I just did is horrendous. Don't like that. That's a little bit better. That gives us some perspective. I like it. Don't need that anymore. Go back to weighted. Yeah, it's very tedious, but it's super important for Twitch visibility, because emote visibility it's a thing. Like, so many people have like good ideas or good emotes, but you cannot read them. So fortunately, most of us have like BTTV and FFZ, right? Because those at least let you preview the emote, so you can see them a little bit better on the screen, or at least know what's up with them. But regular users on Twitch who don't have like BTTV or FFZ, we're gonna be limited to the regular size of the emote. And yeah, if the emote is not readable, then pretty much you did nothing as an artist. You wasted your beautiful time. What a banger. Converted to readable is very difficult, because once the emote is done, it's very hard to see what is missing, what is lacking. I would say it's possible. It's just more complicated. We're gonna make this even darker. Yeah, I like it. Good work. Thank you, thank you. What do you think, chat? What do you think we're missing? We're practically done. That is correct, Banana. That happened, I don't know if you were here at the beginning, but that happened because our sketch was originally bigger. I mean, smaller, so we had more of the night. We had the full head and more of the body. This will be cut, so that is our next step, which is something that it's coming. Do you like it, guys? Yoru, Tilda, Fatty, Duke, Asen, Jackie. I don't know who's there, but you guys like it. Again, we could... oh, let me save, because we haven't saved. I haven't saved in a while. We could still do the... what was it that we were doing? Like the little mouth? Wait, where are we? Oh, we're super down. Come here. Something like this? Let me get a better angle, I think. What do you guys think? You won't see it anyway, yeah. It will be seen on a... We could make it more readable, I guess. Let me see if we could. We just do 2 thin lines. Mouth will need to be thicker. Yeah, absolutely. Mouth will need to be thicker. You are absolutely right. But I kind of like the idea. I don't know, what do you guys think? That is too big. No mouse for Yoru, okay. You don't prefer no mouse? Yeah. Yeah. Fair. Alright, so no mouse. Any other detail that we might be missing? Okay, so no mouth it is. So now we don't need the background, but we need to keep it transparent. So just remove the background, or at least, you know, turn it off. You don't want to have it because of the next part. So what is coming, sorry chat, I hit you, is exporting this. We're gonna export the full, image right now. So with this program, you can export to PNG, which is with alpha, so transparencies, it's okay. It's going to be the same DangilFlower, but it's going to be a PNG, so we keep it transparent. Meaning that there will be no background, or all the transparencies that we're using, they will be kept. We're going to use the large file size because we don't want to just cheap out on that. We want it to be as good quality as possible. And then we have it. This is the part I like. I like to go to CorelDRAW because it's, to me, it's simpler. And I just come here, and this is DangilFlower. I just import it to CorelDRAW. This is our remote, right? And here is where I like to do the cut. So I try different things. What I do is that I just take a square, a perfect square, smaller than the emote normally. And then I start trying to figure it out. What do I want to show in the emote? And what makes sense and what doesn't. So normally the flower is the most important thing. So something like this makes a lot of sense. We don't want to waste any pixels, so we try to be like touching the thing. So something like this makes a lot of sense for the emote. This would be the emote. We remove the borders. So this would be our emote. What do you guys think? You think it's a good size? You think it's I think it's decent, isn't it? No, he doesn't. Duke. Let me see if we can like. Oh, okay, well you can see in any of the emotes, he doesn't. Good cut for you? Okay, so let's try it. Let's try it because that's the next thing. So now we export it and we're gonna export it in the size. This is the thing that I did for the stream today. And we need the sizes. So the first size that we need right now is DangilFlower 112, which is the main size that Twitch asks for, because they can take 112 and then convert automatically if it's only emotes. So normally I just go for one size unless it's a commission. If it's a commission or something like that, I try to do all the sizes and give it to the person. But if it's for me, only 112, because I do have the big one and I can do that anytime. So let's go with that pixel. Out of 1 stars. Unfortunate. I understand that though, but yeah, unfortunate. Now, let me take this here because then, you know, sensitive information. But we're gonna test it. We're gonna test it. See, Twitch, and let me go to viewer rewards, emotes. Let's upload it to Twitch, and let's see how it looks. Flower, what are you, DangilFlower? Here is DangilFlower. I think it looks incredible, but you will be the ones to tell me. The problem is, chat. The problem is we have no slots. So so I'm gonna have to upload it also to BTTV, so to make it a free emote. But I think it's fair and it makes sense to make it a free emote. So, because everybody paid for this stream, right? Yeah. Let's check it out. Let's go make it free. Hey, what's up, Amy? Let's go make it free for everybody. Let's go to dashboard and let's upload it to our channel emote. The emote code will be DangilFlower. And we can take our new emote that we just made and add it to the channel. I think it looks amazing. I made this with my chat on stream. Uploaded. You don't have BTTV? Get the extension, Duke. Okay, now we have it. DangilFlower is, yeah, it's now in chat. I think you need to refresh to use it, but if you refresh and you have BTTV, you can now use DangilFlower. I need to refresh my chat too because I don't see it. Let me see if I can refresh my chat. Yes. Oh, I can see it now, Jaggy. That's so cool. Yeah. Look at this. He's so cute. So this is it. Chat, we made it. You see all our words? Yeah, you need an extension, FFZ extension, and then activate BTTV. And you're gonna see all the emotes. We have a lot of emotes for free here in the chat. A lot of them in chat. Do you want to make it pay to win, Yoru? Do you want me to put it like at 5,000 bits so people unlock it like this, like this flower? Yeah, Minister, it's so cute. We can make it pay to win, or I can make it tier 3, and then nobody's gonna have it, only me. I think I want to give this one for free to everybody because, yeah. Because we made it together today, chat. Are you happy, chat? Do you like it? What do you think? Do you think that you're gonna be doing stuff? Trying at least? Trying to learn? Tier 4. Yeah, not even the streamer is the tier 4. I like that one spot. I mean, you made it? You just taking credit? Oh, but I like... Tier 6? Oh shit. No, these people are too rich.
I believe
God.
every day's a good day when you paint.
God, what the hell is that, Minister? Gold, thank you so much for the 5 gift subs. Thank you so much. That's crazy, man. Like, I don't deserve that, but I am so thankful. Minister Pog. Yes, Minister Pog. Thank you so much, Gold. That's... yeah. I'm very grateful. Thank you so much. It means a lot. And I'm happy that you could see the new alerts of today's stream. By the way, all of today's stream alerts and the starting screen and everything is just temporary. That was just for today. I wanted to give everybody the best I could do in the short period of time since you unlocked the goal till today. I swapped everything just for today, yeah. Oh, I think there is an app for BTTV on... it's not BTTV, it's something different, but it enables you the emotes on mobile. Is this not just for today? More art streams in the future? I mean, yeah, I guess. I can promise you that I will not put them behind any other sub-goal again. We unlocked them, and that's something that we can start doing them from now on. I can promise you that much. It's an app, but the app is really bad. That's so bad. I think we have one of the alerts is actually something like that. Oh, it's with the deer, and then it's another one with the squirrel. Yeah, with the one with the squirrel is yeah, this one. One of the alerts is this. I just don't remember which one. But yeah, it exists. So yeah, like I don't want to make this like a thing that you have to unlock every time or anything. You were too generous, guys, and you reached the goal. So maybe they can happen more often now, art streams. If there's something cool that we can do together, then we will. Yeah, we made. I really can't believe we made an emote beginning to end. So yeah, if we start going layer by layer, this is what we started with. Background. And then our sketch. This is our original sketch. Hey, Vati. I think it looks exactly like the sketch, right? No, but as you can see, like the drawing changes, evolve so much after you start like. It is essentially the same as the sketch, but it's not. I made this. Me. Only me. Yes, Minister, you wanted to run the idea? Oh, okay, cool. I mean, you're talking about the art streams, or you have another idea? Because yeah, like I'm all in. Yeah, sure. Sure. Something you saw another streamer do as a channel reward. Okay, tell me. You love seeing the evolution? The chatter requests drawing. Take 60 seconds and see what you can do with it. Wow. But it has to do on an art stream, because if it's on a normal gaming stream, it would be like too disruptive. But if it's on an art stream, I like it. I like it a lot. That is so funny. I never thought people would do that. I think Mike had an idea of an emote the other day that he was like, I really want to commission this, or I'm thinking about commissioning this, or something like that. And he was like Mike, Chad, and a 3-head. And I honestly have no idea how you would do that. But that is so funny to me. Like, the whole idea is just too funny to me. But yeah, Chad, made it, and I hope you enjoyed it. I had a lot of fun. So just remember, if you're gonna try it, what I do, 500 by 500 pixels, and I don't use more than 3 or 4 different brushes for emotes, at least. You don't really need them. Again, the important thing is visibility. So you can get visibility like this, which I think we achieved it. I think it's very clear that it's the knight holding a flower. And you're gold. You're gold. 24-hour stream? Yeah, sure. Goal achieved! Yeah! And gold is too generous. Thank you so much for the 5 gifts, man. That's just too generous. It's no need at all. So what can we do then? Oh shit, okay. So what is a 3-head? What is the 3-head face? Can someone... I don't think I have 3-head in chat, because I kind of don't like those emotes, but I'm not sure. You missed the... Banana is in chat now. DangilFlower. Because I don't remember, like... Yeah, but I don't know, right?
Oh, welcome back. Glad to see you today. You know, in every series, there has to be a crazy day, and this is our crazy day.
Hey, thank you so much for the follow, Harris. Thank you, thank you. Because I don't know, right? How it would be? I know that it's kind of smiley, right? With like a silly kind of smile, right? But then it's like toothless, right? Or something. But I don't know, I'm not sure. And he wanted his character, but with kind of that stupid face? I don't know. Well, the issue is that Mike's probably resting, so we won't ask. I mean, he's not here to answer, but... But he said he wanted the Chad, so he's the guy who is like actually kind of beefier, right? And then, how was his drawing? His character was something like this, I believe. Right? And he's had like a little bump to the side kind of thing. Kind of like this. Isn't it something like this? I kind of hate this, so I'm not gonna keep this one. Yeah. Moik. It's Moik. But then if it's Moik, and it's the Chad I think had like a... Has to be wearing like a... It has to be bigger. It has to be wearing like a tank top, right? Because it's Mike. And Mike kinda likes that, I think. I don't know. He keeps saying that tank tops are so cool. Is it kind of like this, Jazzy? Do you know? You like this sketch? It's kind of silly, right? I like it too. I think it's silly. Complete the eyes. That's so stupid. I mean, I really don't know. This is just a stupid sketch. Maybe not. Maybe not. Silly and funny are nice. Yeah, like Mike actually, like, literally requested something like that. He said, like, take my chat emote and take 3-head and do something. I mean, he didn't tell me that. He said, like, he was tempted to ask me for that. It's because I don't know if we have the So if you can see these, Emmy, like this emote, but this is something I made for my friend Mike Mountain, his channel, and he wants basically this character, which is the Chad version of him, but with the kind of like a 3-head face. So he wanted to combine the ideas. I mean, yeah, like I mean, I'm not gonna do it from here without any authorization or anything like that. He hasn't asked for it, right? And then on an emote side, because if we want this to be an emote, we need it to like actually like keep it big, because it has to be cursed and just the face. Something like this is gonna be the emote at the end, right? But yeah. That emote is scary. It's pretty bad, right? I know. It is pretty bad. There are some emotes that I unfortunately haven't been able to use. There is particularly there is an emote that I love very much, but we cannot use it because I don't have any, like I don't want to use any of my 5 slots. My 5 slots are already covered, and I don't want to remove any of those because people use them all. But there is this emote that I fucking love, man, and I think it will be very useful, but there is no way of using it except tier 1 because it's the raid one. And I just love it so much. I love this emote, man. Hey, Hypo, how's it going, man? We could create a character with the chat one day. That'll be super cool. Maybe next art stream we can do that. So Hypo, I don't know if you knew, but we had a goal last week and we hit it. It was chat paid for it, and we had an art stream today. So we made something today. We made this, and you can use it right now in BTTV for free in the channel. We made DangilFlower. I could move a tier 1 to BTTV. I just wouldn't know which one. All of my 5 emotes are used, but so the problem with BTTV is that you can only use them in my channel, whereas like my tier 1, you can use them everywhere. Right? So yeah, that is kind of a sad thing. Because the raid one, I love it so much, dude. I love this one so much. It's so fucking cool. It is a tough choice. Because I know, like, you know, this is visibility as well. Like, I know if I say, like, let's go raid someone, which we always do, or most of the time, this is a perfect emote to go and raid people with. But, yeah, I mean, it's a freaking shame you didn't have access to metrics. Yeah, I guess, right? So yeah, Hypo, we created it on chat today. We just finished, like, 20 minutes ago or so. And yes, let me give Hypo a flower. Time to reach for partner. We couldn't. I don't know how many people watch the stream. I have that thing off. I don't need that kind of stress in my life, so I don't see it. But I do get the report afterwards. So I think we couldn't be farther from partnership. Which is okay, I'm fine with it. But yeah, I don't like seeing those numbers. By the way, that's like my only rule in chat. Like, I'm okay with most of things, but I think one of my stronger rules is don't tell me about the current state of the stream. Don't tell me if we are, I don't know, 20 or we are 2. Just don't tell me. I don't want to know. That thing freaks me out. Yeah. Almost all of your personalities are watching, so we should be pretty close to partnership then. Yeah, I really don't like that banana. That's my big no. You're hungry? Me too. Which means, anyways, Anyways, people. I know, right? Did you enjoy it? Did you like it? Would you like to see this kind of thing in the future? Would you? Or you wouldn't? Let me see if I can show you emotes. So yeah, this is our Twitch. These are all the emotes that we have. We have already them in the library, so I could swap them, and that could be fine. In fact, let's give it a try. Let's take Comfy away today. Dark mode monster, you monster. You want more of this? Chad, one of the 5. Which one would you like to remove for today so we get raid? So we can go raid someone with our raid emote. But I will not let you pick Sip. Okay, Lyric. Okay, let's take away Lyric. Yes, remove from slot. And let's get our raid going then. Raid, it's gonna go to tier 1. There you go. Dangil raid should be now enabled. I don't know if you need to refresh. That might be the case. Comfy is very used. Like, you wouldn't know how many people actually tell me hi with Comfy. There you go, we got raid. Okay, nice. Oh, Duke, I'm sorry. No, it will be back immediately after we raid. I'm gonna put things back to order. Maybe I will do this every time we just raid someone. I don't know. Maybe. As soon as we finish raiding, I will bring it back. the library of emotes is a wonder. I love it. Yeah, I've seen them all. Like the people use the 5. But yeah. The downside to mobile, yeah, I guess. Alright, now I'm gonna remove this because I'm going to the stream manager, which has some sensitive information, so I don't want you to see. But, yeah. We'll raid someone. Okay, so who is streaming? Who is streaming? Let me see. Who is streaming? Right now, we have Zell, maybe. And no one else, actually. Shall we look for someone, like an artist? Let me see if someone is drawing. Ooh, I see Booba. I see a lot of Booba. I just put drawing in the search bar, and I see tons of Booba. Digital art, maybe. Yeah, I don't see anybody. Fuck it. That's a lot of Booba. Your account is in Stream Manager. Oh, I have that disabled. If you click on it, it becomes like a line that doesn't let you see. Leave no survivors. Oh, is that kind of raid? It's like the Booba raid, right? That's funny. Right now, let me bring my back here. Okay. So, everybody, I hope that you are happy with what we finished and accomplished today. I am extremely happy and extremely proud. Thank you very much, everybody. Thank you so much. Maybe we will have more art streams in the future. If this is something you would like to have and see, you can suggest it, and maybe we can make it a Geo challenge at some point, so everybody chips in when you want to see a new art stream. That might happen as well. We'll see. Thank you so much. Thank you, everybody. It was super cozy to me. It was super fun, and I hope you liked it. Now you can enjoy your new emote as well. And I have a flower now for Yoru. Which is something I wanted to give her like a long time ago. Like, she was after a flower emote a long time ago as well. So that's pretty cool. So yeah, here we go. We're going to raid then. Let me see. We're gonna raid Cell. I guess he is playing Geometry Dash, which is kind of a weird thing to be playing. But yeah, let's go raid Zell. Mr. Zellshot, who is a friend of the channel and is playing right now a Geometry Dash, which is a pretty hard game, actually. See? Zell is here. Let's go raid Mr. Zell shot. Let's show him our Dangil raid. Let's use it, because otherwise, what's the point? So, yeah, all raids. Raiders, need to go full on that. You're already there, Emmy? Good, 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 good. I'm so thankful. Like, thank you for coming and staying here too. That means a lot. So let's give them the Dangil raid treatment. Like this. If you have this message, you can go and attack. Thank you, everybody. I'll see you there. Yeah, just thank you, people. See you there. Bye-bye, everybody. Adios. See you. Raid hard.